Good morning, curious cow. A quiet cattle drive. Great. I show up and there's a traffic jam on a Sunday morning. Just as I've entered the trail, the rain has begun. Seems like they've taken the easy route to get here. Hi, I'm Matt and welcome to this edition of Borders on Budgets. On this episode, we are going to hike 12 kilometers up and back to el Volcán Concepcion on la Isla de Ometepe, Nicaragua. Eagle Park in Malindi, Kenya. Paint me. Intimate feel. Buenos días.
Vamos para el volcán.
Gracias, señor. Wow, there was a whole lot more traffic coming out of the trail start than I anticipated. Somehow, I don't think these guys are climbing the volcano this morning. Yeah, the ticket office for the Volcano Concepcion.
No es bueno escalar solo porque se enfrentan a muchas dificultades. El volcán es peligroso. Para caminar en el volcán hay que tener acompañamiento de un guía que conozca muy bien, hay muchos senderos.
Well, a bit of a kibosh that I did not know that to climb Concepcion now requires a guide. So I must wait here and look for a guide or a group.
Bueno, tal vez puedas hablar con él.
Literally, this group just showed up within seconds after I chatted with Antonio.
Necesita registrarse y pagar $3 por persona.
Well, the good news is that I was able to find a guide right away. However, it does come with a cost, and it's $28 US per person. It looks like, though, Elmer knows his stuff.
Here is a glue for the paper. It's really, when it's dry, it's beautiful for the paper. When the fruit is ripe, it's color orange inside, this is black, it's a food for the parrot also too.
Now, this is the first quasi-glimpse of the volcano and does not look promising for a clear view on the day.
The color to the soup, like rice with chicken or real soup. Curcuma is for give color to the chips and something that have any taste. Yeah, only for the color. It's called allocate, common name. I will walk already like 15 minutes. It is really warm. We are going to climb in 1610 meters all the way to the Concepcion, to the very top. And we started to warm already. We see later how hot it is. We sweat like horse, you know.
Or cow. It's just about now that we're starting the ascent of what will be a 1600 meter elevation climb.
You're going to see the termites right here. I'm going to take my breakfast now. Look, they are here. They are delicious. I got it. They are really delicious. Wanna try?
Nah, this is when I claim that I'm a non-meat eater. If in case I miss my opportunity to eat the termites on the tree, I can feast on this nest.
Okay, we have the best plantain in Ometepe. About the volcanic soil, when it's coming ripe, it's really strong. We have the best plantain in Ometepe. We export from here to El Salvador, from El Salvador to the United States by ships.
From the plantain farm, now come the steps onward and upward to Concepcion. The steepness of this climb cannot be underestimated. and based on a 1,300 meter elevation gain over about 4 kilometers once it starts to climb, we're already into a 20% grade, and admittedly, I also had a sleepless night last night. The good news being at elevation is that we're inside the clouds, so the temperatures are much cooler. The bad news is there might not be much of the volcano to actually see. Yet given my exhaustion, maybe not seeing the volcano isn't bad news. It's at the halfway point, or the mirador, where the soil changes into volcanic rock. Or as Dr. Evil would say, magma. Do you see a volcano? I don't, yet somewhere back there, that's Concepcion. I don't think I'm in Nicaragua. Rather, I believe I'm on some golf course in northern Scotland. Certainly glad there's a bench here for some partial shelter. This hike has claimed some casualties. My pants and my new shoes. So why did I pick today to climb, or attempt to climb, Concepcion? Well, supposedly I was prepared for it, although, as I said, I had a poor night's sleep. And besides, it's been my experience here on Ometepe that if there is any precipitation, it lasts only for a few minutes. And I was not expecting the volcano to be under cloud, well, what has been the whole morning, and likely will be for the rest of the day. Is this a failure? I don't know. I mean, I certainly saw the villages on a Sunday morning, did get a good hike, although that was more than I did bargain for anyway. And again, sometimes part of travel is not always having your expectations met. Although I certainly hope you, as the viewer, did get something out of this video. This has been another edition of Borders on Budgets. A reminder, Borders on Budgets. Local people, natural sounds, not a lot of money. From the halfway point up el Volcán Concepcion on la Isla de Ometepe in Nicaragua, thank you very much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Yeah, at least one guy made it up to the